I'm curious about the Framestorm method.
Hmm.
What's special about the Framestorm method?
I think the Framestorm method, there's several things that appeal to me about it. One of the things is its simplicity, that it makes something that psychologists and cognitive therapists have been using for a while, it makes it very accessible to just Joe Average out there. And it has some steps, some specific steps that can help the person come through. And it's also, I also like the way that it's based, of course, on a lot of different experience. And one of the things that I think is significant is that many times, if you don't push through when you're trying to help someone with a reframing, you end up with 3, 4, or 5 reframes, and that doesn't always catch a hold. If you're lucky in those 3, 4, 5 reframes, you can hit the one that really gives insight, or the one that really creates change, but not always. I think the more reframes you do, the more chance you have of hitting one that's a powerful reframe that really achieves something. But I think also just the process in itself, you know, like Anette likes to talk about this, about creating new pathways in the forest, or if that's one way I could describe it. It's like, so you're already in the process of creating a new path, coming away, because you're forcing yourself to think in other ways. And I think also you're draining the negative energy and the negative emotions associated with the original frame. So by doing it so many times, I think the first time I thought about 30, that's a bit of a lot, and it's going to take too long. But I realized that no, actually there's method to her madness. And it's like, it just had an effect. Just being forced to do that many really forces you to begin to start new pathways in the brain.
During this course, we've reframed up to 50, 60, 70 times.
Yeah.
During one Framestorm only.
Yeah.
So that's quite a significant number.
It is, and that in itself is challenging. When you sit there and you think, actually, I'm stuck in these 2 or 3 ways of interpreting a situation, but actually there's 70, for example, you know. I remember the first one we did yesterday was 47. 47 other ways to think about this situation. That will always challenge you as a person, and that will always invite you in other situations to think, what are the other ways I could think about this situation? Because just this one interpretation isn't necessarily the only truth there is.